Hey,
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm just doing that.
Kale,
It's not started, is it?
we started.
Oh, hello.
Hi, welcome to the Brisbane City Podcast.
Brisbane City Podcast. Yeah.
My name's Terry Kwak.
I'm Kale.
What's your last name? Oh, sorry, that was like your gap at the start.
No, I'm building up to the ning.
Oh, okay.
I'm Kale. Ning.
Is that your new thing, Ning?
Ning. Yeah, I've got fans already. They're called the Ningers.
Oh, okay. Well, so how are you? What's going on?
Tomorrow I'm being hypnotised to not eat chocolate and to do more exercise because I lost a whole lot of weight and I've put on 10 kilos and I just have no desire to do exercise. I've never had, and I did it for years, like 7 days a week to lose 60 kilos I lost. I have absolutely no desire to do it. None. I hate it. I've never had those pheromones or whatever they're called that you get from doing exercise. All I get is relief that it's over. So now I'm being hypnotised and I've met this woman and she interviewed me for 4 hours and asked me everything, and the hypnotism takes 3 hours and she implants all this stuff and she's also opening me to love.
What the hell? So this lady sits you down and she says,
And it's 600.
"Look into my eyes. You are not ever going to eat chocolate again.
Yeah,
You're going to exercise every day, and you're going to find love.
You're going to
$500,
No,
please.
it's 600.
$650.
I will do anything.
I'll hypnotize you now. Look into my eyes. Don't eat chocolate. You'll get fat. You need to find a boyfriend so you're happy, and you need to get fit so you're not fat. $650, please."
No, she's better. Her last name is Love. Your name is Quack.
That's stupid.
Her name's
Stupid.
Beck Love. No, I
Getting
believe
hypnotized makes you a weird person. It makes
it
you.
doesn't.
Yeah,
I'm
it
not
does.
gonna
You're not
turn
even
into
yourself anymore. You're this
already-
hypnotized zombie state, walking around everywhere, being someone that you weren't before. That's
I'm
not you.
all-
Don't do it, Nugan. Don't do it, Nugan.
It's Ning. I'm already a cat, so people already think I'm mental. I don't care. I've tried everything.
Why don't you get someone to hypnotize you to stop being a cat?
No, do you know what I want to hypnotise?
What?
The people who are Uber drivers to not come to my house. Because, they've got this thing now. I do really well all day. I get my food delivered from a health food place.
Deliveroo or
No.
Uber Eats?
I get it made by a girl who's a vegan. I have this beautiful... But by 8 o'clock at night, there's a site on Uber called Couch Food. Have you seen that?
No, what's
it's
that?
It's all chocolate. It's from a service station.
Food that's fallen down the back of the
No,
couch that no one wants to eat.
it's all chocolates, ice cream, chips.
From petrol stations?
Yeah, it's called...
What is disgusting?
It's called Couch Food.
No.
I get it nearly I last. I'm like a drug addict. I go, oh, gee,
Get the lady to hypnotise you to stop eating that shit.
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
Oh,
You
good.
don't listen. Can you not listen again this week?
Hey, do you know how you were doing the whole vegan thing?
Yeah.
Well, apparently you're on the right track, but according to certain priests, you're doing the work of Satan. Rick Wiles, look at this guy. He's a Christian media outlet called True News, and he's been revealing that meatless burgers are a part of a satanic plot to alter human DNA so that people can no longer worship God. Look at this guy.
When you go to your favorite fast food restaurant, you're going to be eating a fake hamburger. You're going to go to the grocery store and buy a pound of fake hamburger or a fake steak, and you won't know that it was grown in some big corporation's laboratory. This is the nightmare world that they're taking us into. They're changing God's creation. Why? Because they want to be God. They want to do exactly what Lucifer did before the flood. It's why God destroyed it.
But how? I agree to the right of free speech, and especially at the moment with Israel, Folau and everything. But the meat eaters can then go, oh, well, he's a meat eater, obviously. But then the vegetarian people could say, oh, it hurts carrots if you pluck them. And so, who's going to be this big council that says what's right and what's wrong? Like the Israel Folau thing, let's look at it. I am every single thing that they disagree with on that list. An adulterer, a fornicator, a drunk, I've smoked.
You don't drink anymore.
No, but look, I've done all of those things. I think most people have.
And replaced them with meth.
Crack, ning crack, coming to an Uber Eats near you. Wouldn't that be good if you could get drugs delivered on Uber Eats?
And what about him?
Israel?
Yeah, what do you say? Okay, you do all those things. But...
No, I actually think he can't be an idiot, can he? Like, he has to be brave. He would have had to have known that standing up and doing that, he was going to be hated by the masses. And having $7 million of property, and I can't even buy a Portaloo. He's
got a $500,000 Ferrari as well, but he basically copied something from the Bible and put it on social media.
Yeah, but he's
that
also
happens every day in all different religions.
He's also got tattoos, and it says you can't have tattoos. So
a bit of a hypocrite.
Do you think he's smart or confused? Do you think he's poking us, or do you think he's?
I think he's a preacher and he thinks he's saving people. Like, you see preachers standing on the side of the road saying, "Come over here, take this pamphlet. I'm going to get a place in heaven, a better place in heaven if you follow this. What I'm telling you should be doing."
I just don't know. But like, if he wins and the ARU or whatever, they have to take him back. Don't you think he's going to get caned? And
I don't think he'll ever go back. He'll never go back. And Rugby League said that there's no way they'll take him on, but I reckon that's just their way of negotiating a cheaper deal because he's a great athlete either way. And love or hate him, whatever.
Yeah,
some other team will sign him up.
There's plenty of other non-controversial great athletes, which I will be after tomorrow, after I'm hypnotised.
He didn't punch someone in the face. He didn't rape someone. All he did was copy something out of the Bible and put it online, which upset a lot of
No, but he gave speeches about it in the church.
Yeah, but that's in his private church. You know, we can't. So should we go into churches and say, you can't say that? It's stopping freedom of speech.
Well,
I don't agree with what he did, and I don't agree with what he posted, but I don't give a crap. And I think Rugby Australia made a mistake by kicking him out completely.
Well,
they should have just fined him and suspended him to stop him from doing it. But now they've caused a big furore. It's going to cost them millions, and it's divided a whole community within the rugby industry.
Well, it is an interesting thing because I like anything that makes you stop and think. What do you think about this, though? While we're on that subject,
I've got more. Yeah, what?
All right, you know how I have markets, the Powerhouse Manly, Mitchelton, Jan Powell's Farmers Markets. I read in England, which I'm just stealing like Israel did I read in England, there's this, it's hilarious, and I want to see what you think because I respect you and you're a great marketer. Okay, so in these markets in England, they have unemployed or retired people. They give them an esky of grog and they've got a tent and it says free advice. And they sit there all day and people go in and there's like, you know, your uncle, your dad would be brilliant, my dad would be great. And they just go in and they go, "Oh, I've got a broken heart." And they'll go, "Oh, no, he just wanted a root." And they're drinking beer. Like, I want to have it at my markets. Or do you think that is...
I'd love to do that. I mean, personally, I think it would be good promotion for the Quack School of Marketing.
Yeah.
And if we could do some sort of a sponsorship deal with your markets, brought to you by Terry Quack and the...
Kale.
I can't afford to pay for it at its current point in my financial situation.
It's free.
But if you can give me a spare market space at Jan Powell's Farmers Markets, I'd much appreciate it.
Would you do it? Let's go and film it.
I would. Let's do it. It's going to be there.
Could we film it though in the tent? You and I in disguises giving free advice.
Why do we need to wear disguises? No one knows who we are anyway.
I don't even know who I am. I'm searching for myself.
Back to the religious report.
Yes.
Brought to you by Religious Nuts. Try them today.
Religious Nuts.
Extra salted and just for you.
Tasty.
Okay, so we were talking before about Israel Folau, talking about meat burgers.
Izzy.
Meatless burgers changing your DNA
can I just butt in?
and sending you to hell.
What a dick are people that give themselves a nickname. Oh, I'm Izzy. Save Izzy.
That's other people have called him that.
No, he's done the hashtag himself.
Oh, he introduced himself. G'day, I'm Izzy.
Save Izzy.
Isn't Sammy a nickname? Sammy's short for... Sam,
I don't know who she is. My name's Kale.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Thanks,
okay.
Terry.
Back to the religious report. Brought to you by the Pope's Religious Nuts.
The
Try some
Pope's,
today.
The Pope's nose.
The Catholic Bishop of Benevitaria in Colombia plans to drop holy water across the city in Colombia to exorcise its demons. Apparently, there were 51 murders in just 5 months, and he thinks this is the best way to help in the only way he knows how. Holy chemtrails! Is that going to help?
How do demons exercise? Is that me? Is that why I don't like it? Exercising?
I don't know if they need to, but whenever you see a demon in like a movie or something like that, they've always got great abs and muscles.
Have you
Is it
ever
just from
seen-
going?
No, it's anger. Like anger burns fat.
Do you think they do?
Maybe I should get more angry.
Maybe they do. They do yoga to like calm themselves or something. You fully ringed me in the face.
I know. Sorry.
That's the R-rated version.
But do you believe in? See, I believe in fairies. I don't believe in demons. I believe in the good. I don't believe.
But if there's
in
good,
the bad.
isn't there going to be evil?
Why?
To balance the universe and the power
Yin
of the
and
force.
yang.
There's the dark force and there's the light force.
Yeah, but this
There's
is what
Luke Skywalker and there's Darth
This
Vader.
is what shits me about Confucius and
Use
all
your
this.
microphone.
Like people who say stuff, just because they've said it doesn't mean it's real. Like I could say, "Oh, the sky's orange." You know, like what? Just because Confucius said the journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. Who? Why do we believe it?
Why?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what some Christians believe in our next story. Oh my God, wrong channel. In our religious report, more than 20,000 Christians have signed a petition demanding Netflix cancel the series Good Omens, the television series adapted from a 1990 fantasy novel. Unfortunately, they were addressing their petition to Netflix when the series is made by Amazon Prime.
Oh, where Fleabag is on, the best show ever on television.
How good is Fleabag?
Oh, it's the best
Series
show.
2.
I want a gerbil cafe. I want a guinea pig cafe.
Do you know Killing Eve?
Yeah, she wrote that as well.
Isn't that crazy? The girl, the
Phoebe-
main Fleabag girl, wrote Killing Eve.
I would know more about her than you do. Phoebe Waller-Bridge, and she is in a show called Crashing on Netflix.
She's so funny.
And she wrote Killing Eve, and she's writing the new James Bond.
What?
And she's brilliant.
What a superstar.
Yeah, but, you know, you think, oh, she'd be really confident. She's won all these BAFTAs and all these awards, and she's the hot thing at the moment on the cover of, you know, Vogue and Tatler. But she's tortured as well. They said, you know, how do you write? And she goes, I panic, and I pray.
Panic, pray,
Panic, pray.
drink, and just write as much
Eat,
as you can.
Pray, love. Have you ever written? Because I write.
I wrote this.
Oh, yeah.
Would you like to hear it?
No, yeah. Yeah.
That's the end of the segment. I wrote that. This segment brought to you by the Israel Folau School of Religion. Learn how to make people in the community feel sad by posting weird ancient crap on Instagram. Get free money from the public that is better spent on sick kids. And most importantly, how to ruin your own career and reputation. Sign up today for your free I Heart Jesus chapstick.
How to ruin your career. Work with Kwak and Kale. Hey, Brisbane today has been announced, seeing as we are the BCP, the Brisbane City Podcast. I did bring a Brisbane story. They want Brisbane to be the koala capital of Australia. Is that because we've got Lone Pine? Surely there are koalas in other places.
How do you make Brisbane the koala capital of
I don't
Australia? We're going
know.
to build a giant koala that people could get an elevator in its pouch and go to the top and look at its eyes off to
That'd
the
be
beach.
good. That'd be good.
That would be a good way to make it the koala capital. Otherwise, I mean, you just let more koalas sort of live in the city
But
in
you've
trees.
got to think, you know, like places that tourists visit. I mean, when you think of Australia, you think of the crocodile hunter or whatever his name was. Is that what his name was? Yeah.
Steve Irwin.
What else do you think of? Lamingtons, pavlova, koalas, kangaroos, football, meat pies, Holden cars,
Vegemite.
Vegemite. See, we don't have a lot of good stuff. Like we don't have we've got the Opera House.
The koala capital, we get a lot more tourists, I guess, from Asia. They love koalas.
But maybe we need a koala here to get more people. But koalas have very sharp. Koalas are not as sweet as you think they are. They wee everywhere, they stink, and they've got really sharp claws, and they're quite vicious.
They're stoned from eating gum leaves all day.
See, maybe we should be the stoned capital of Australia.
We definitely need more koalas in the city. I think that would be a great idea.
Maybe the parking meters, the arse bit, you put the money in there, and
Should be shaped in the shape of a koala.
a koala. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So maybe the buses that go around Brisbane should be in the shape of a koala, and maybe Brisbane logo should be a koala rather than a flower.
Anyway, I was sucked in by the internet the other day. You know how you get like you sit. I can like time can go so quickly for me. Like for 4 or 5 hours, I was looking at something and then I got sucked into pet obituaries. There's a site for pet obituaries.
Oh, like, so if your pet dies, you can go there and you can write a big dedication
Like, have
to
you
your pet.
ever had a pet? Because as you know, I went to bed for 3 months when my 2 cats died that were 23 years old. Like, I don't have children. They were like children to me. I was blind and in bed for 3 months. I was devastated. Have you ever had a pet?
Yeah, I had a little dog called Saucy, little Staffy. Loved Saucy. Beautiful dog.
Then when it died...
Well, it looked like it was dying, so I thought better to send her out to a farm where she'll be, more.
So you
more
don't
room
have
to
to...
run around.
That's not it. You just didn't want to see it.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. You just didn't want to...
Sort of true. But yeah, it was sad, but I wasn't spending a lot of time at home, so I thought it was better to send her out to a farm where she could run around.
But this is hilarious. This is a proper site from The Guardian, which is a really good paper in London, in England. And it's got the obituary site, Julius. Our tortoise, Julius, was originally called John Paul II when we discovered him, confined to a tiny vivarium in the pet shop. That was all the information we could elicit, as he was unceremoniously shoehorned into a cardboard box. Our till receipt read miscellaneous. There was a certain kind of papal inscrutability to his wizened face, and his scarlet-spotted legs screamed Vatican va va voom. But our eldest son insisted on a name change, so John Paul became Julius. For 2 years, Julius rumbled his stately way through our lives, headbutting furniture, eating dandelions, and repeatedly trying to mate with our shoes. In summer, he lived outside, basking in patches of dappled sun, and rendering al fresco, eating perilous with his fondness for marching on to unguarded plates and defecating luxuriantly. 7 years and 5 tortoises later, we still miss the click of his nails on the kitchen floor, the scrape of his shell on the doorframe, and the rhythmic thump of a shoe getting a thorough seeing to. But can you love a tortoise, people ask? You absolutely can. He is survived by Emma, Olivia, Theo, and Louis.
So sad.
I agree. I have a friend who's really together. He's a 50-year-old man. He's had kids. He's had businesses. He is devastated that his dog's just died. Like, cannot function. What do you think about businesses giving you time off? I agree, because you can't, like, it's like
I think
a
there's a
broken
better way
heart.
to do it.
What?
Taxidermy. Get your dog or your turtle stuffed and put it on the mantelpiece. That way it's there every day. You don't have to feed it. You don't have to take it for a walk. And you've still got the cute little memories of it looking its best sitting there on the shelf.
Sad. No, it's like being with someone who used to love you but now gives you nothing.
Yeah.
Don't you
can
think?
still stroke it.
Do you remember
can still
Glen
cuddle
Marie?
it.
You'd remember Glen Marie,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
taxidermied rabbit with the pearl necklace.
Yeah.
Well, my little niece, India, who works in Sydney, she gets so embarrassed because I send her ridiculous parcels just for fun. I quite like being the nutty aunt, so I send really weird stuff. I sent her Glen Marie in this package, and she opened it
No.
in her office in front of all these people.
You send her a dead rabbit.
Yeah, a dead taxidermied rabbit with a cigarette burn on its ass from a party and all. And I just send her worse and worse things now, like skulls. And so if you've got anything bad, send it to me. info@janpowersfarmersmarkets.com.au. And also, if you want to be on our advice tent, and we'll meet. We can do an interview meeting.
The advice tent's going to be huge. And if anyone's watching from the Jan Powers Farmers Markets and you want to be a part of the Kwak and Kale advice tent at the markets, all you have to do is pay us with food and drinks.
Yeah, we're happy to have sponsors. Look at all this room here.
Like we could put the apple guy, put some apples there with a picture of him next to an apple.
No, I don't want market sponsors.
Oh, what do you want?
I'd like a blood hairdresser or a car or something
Like
good.
Porsche.
I've had a Porsche.
Yeah, you did. You backed it into the wall, didn't you?
I crashed it 6 times, and then I got fired, so I had to either live in it or give it back, and I paid it off for 6 years and didn't have it.
It was a cool car.
It was a good car.
Hey, back to animals.
I've got a picture of it. Do you want to put it up?
Yeah, please.
Okay,
Look at
thank
this.
you.
How cool is that? Back to animals. An Alabama man has been arrested for keeping an attack squirrel. He reportedly fed it meth. He fed it meth. And it made it aggressive and crazed. It's illegal to keep a pet squirrel in Alabama and in most states in America, let alone feeding it meth.
Well, they're vicious too, like koalas, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But koalas are a little bit more slow and lazy.
Well, they're stoned.
Yeah.
So
but squirrels are going a million miles an hour. Imagine if you feed one meth, how crazy it's going to go.
No, exactly. So they're just feeding it the wrong drugs.
What would you feed it?
Eucalyptus leaves.
Yeah, but this guy who is allegedly dealing meth was feeding his squirrel meth, and if people didn't pay, he would throw the squirrel on meth at them, and it just scratch the crap out of them.
He can go, it wasn't me. Lettuce apparently has something in it that makes you stoned. Did you know that?
What?
Yeah.
No.
Lettuce.
Lettuce have something.
I love that word, that English word, salad dodger. You're a salad dodger. Hey, look at this. This is hilarious. So this woman, read the thing underneath and then zoom into the lady at the back. That is hilarious because people just look at the boob. Hey. What did you do this week? I haven't asked you yet. Oh, you had your engagement party. Did you like my present?
Oh, you gave me the best present. It's a massive wombat. Is it a wombat or a quokka? It's a wombat, isn't it?
Well, it's huge picture. I know it's a weird present, but I was driving along the street and it was out the front of a shop and I thought, they need that. And then I was embarrassed because I thought, this looks a bit...
Weird.
Yeah,
but that's you.
It is a nice wombat. But if you want to give it back...
I love it. I'll put it straight up on the wall in the spare room.
You know, we've got people watching.
Yeah.
I think we should have a competition.
Okay. Who can buy the stupidest present for each other?
No, but and we'll give a prize because I've got so much stuff. So let's next week come back with an idea for a competition. Pictures of Brisbane being sent in.
And now it's time for the Pictures of Brisbane segment.
I've got one. This is my friend's dog's toy and my feet. See, I think
that's not a Brisbane.
Look at it.
That's got nothing to do with Brisbane.
It's in Brisbane.
Yeah, you're supposed to get a photo of like some hippies in a canoe in the middle of the bridge or something bizarre about Brisbane and send it in and you can win a prize.
I'm not aiming to win a prize. That was just an example of a pic. We don't want them to
That's like me saying it's a picture of my shoe. It
is a picture of my shoe.
It's a Pictures of Brisbane competition. So send them in to us.
info@janpowersfarmersmarkets.com.au. We're also on Instagram under Kwak and Kale, KWAKANDKALE.
And YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah, on the mic or something else. Mike, you know Mike, our friend, Terry, he has set up every electronical device I have. I am hopeless at it and I feel sorry. You can see that, can't you?
I can't see anything. I don't know what you're doing.
I feel sorry for old people.
Why?
And I'm getting old because there's no way on earth half of the older people I know could scroll or do any of that.
But you've just got to learn. You've got to actually take the time to reprogram your brain. Your brain has great elasticity so you can learn new things, even if you are old. You just have to sit down and focus.
My dad is 85. He has this massive IQ I told you about last week. He is all into neuroplasticity and reprogramming the brain.
Yeah, I read a whole book about it. Like this guy, he was a neuroscientist and his dad broke his back. And he trained his dad to walk again by working out all the different neural pathways from the brain to retrain his body to walk again. And for 6 months, he was crawling around on the floor and hardly moving.
So could we train easy to become a poof. Bye. See you next week.